Hi everyone, I hope you're all keeping well just now. This is my latest upload, Jody Yoga 2. Yeah, if you want to find out any more about myself or if you'd like to make a donation towards the class, you can get me on Facebook. It is Yoga with Jody. And if you have a block at home, you can grab a block to hand because it can be comfortable to have under your head or under your legs. Or if you've not got a block, you can use a pillow. That's just equally as comfortable. Also wanted to say, for those of you who know me, you know I have a double scoliosis, so I have some restrictions and limitations to my movement. My side bends and my back bends are not great, so I would say rather than maybe necessarily copying the moves that I do, if you just listen to the words that I say and then listen and respond to your own body, then yeah, and listen and move with what your body's feeling comfortable with today when you do your practice. Okay, so get yourself some stuff. I will get my doggies out the room and we can make a start on the class. So I always like to start lying down because that's just the comfortable way for me to start a class. This is how I like to start my own practice, and this is how I always start my classes. So I'm going to get the dog off the mat and I'm going to get comfy. So pop a block under your head if you want a block under your head and get yourself comfy. Right, out kids. So coming to lie, either having the legs bent or the legs straight, depending on what feels right for you. Drawing the chin in towards the chest, lengthen the back of the neck and bringing the shoulders down and away from the ears. Just beginning to relax the back of the body down onto the mat. Taking a couple of moments, a couple of breaths, allowing the tip of the tongue to rest gently on the hard palate behind the front teeth. Allowing the exhale to lengthen. Using that exhale to let go of the areas of gripping and tension. The upper arms and the shoulder blades. Side waist and the buttocks. Connecting with the Ujjayi breath, allowing the breath to originate in the base of the throat. Finding that gentle snore quality. Beginning to use the count of 3, bring the inhale and the exhale to equal length. You can play with the hand position if you want, taking the arms all the way overhead. Feeling how that changes the stretch. If that's not comfortable, just bring them right back down by the sides. We want to try and keep this nice relaxed breath going as we begin to bring a bit of movement into the body. Crossing the left ankle over the right knee, extending into the heel, pressing that knee, that thigh away. Beginning to open the hip. Stopping here if this feels enough for you, or taking that right foot off the floor, starting to bring the thigh into the chest. Either rest the hands on the left shin or thread the left hand through the gap. You can hold on to that, the back of the thigh or the front of the shin. Lengthening the neck, relax the shoulder blades back onto the mat, bring a little weight onto the right side of the pelvis, and moving with the breath as you hug that right thigh closer into the chest on the exhale. Easing off on the in. Trying not to pull with the upper body. Keeping the breath nice and soft. Every exhale, you want to try and bring that thigh a little closer in towards the chest. Last exhale, bring yourself to your maximum stretch, then we'll place that right foot down onto the floor and we're coming into a twist. The outer right thigh and the sole of the left foot, you're gazing over that left shoulder. Relaxing the shoulder blades back onto the mat, the back of the left upper arm. That outer right thigh. And bring Bringing it all the way back up, keeping the left ankle crossed over, extend the sole of the right foot up to the ceiling. Either rest the hands on the left shin or thread the left hand through the gap, take a hold of the straight leg. Getting the shoulder blades back onto the mat, circling that right foot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and reverse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Extend into the heel of the straight leg. Take the hands behind the head. Draw the chin into the chest and relax the head back into the hands. Draw the navel back. Press that lower back down onto the floor. So you're trying to minimize the arch behind the lower back by drawing the navel back. Keep extending into the heel. We're going to start to slowly release that straight leg to the floor. Try not to rush. If you feel yourself rushing, just pause, reconnect with the core, and continue to slowly release. Once you've brought it all the way down to the floor, just having a wee rest. Relax the upper arms, legs. Then we're going to bring that left thigh, we're going to squeeze it close into the chest. So again, you're holding the front of the shin if you can, and you're squeezing that thigh close into the chest. Lovely stretch. Keep a hold of the leg in the right hand. We're taking the left arm out to the side at shoulder height, and we're bringing that left leg all the way across. Using that right hand to apply a little bit of weight, bringing the knee further across. You're on the outer edge of the straight leg. And if you want to, you can release that knee a little bit further away from the body if it's too strong a stretch in the hip. Gaze over that opposite shoulder and try to get the back of the left shoulder blade down onto the mat. Allow the elbow to be heavy, the upper arm is relaxed. Relax the buttocks, relax the thighs. Bring it all the way back up, and we're going to place that left foot down onto the floor and cross the right ankle over the left knee, extend into the heel, pressing that knee, that thigh away, opening the hip. Relaxing the lower back and the shoulder blades, and again stop here, both sides of the body completely different, or you bring that left foot off the floor, taking the thigh into the chest. Either rest the hands on the right shin or thread the right hand through the gap, taking a catch. Bring a little weight onto the left side of the pelvis and relax the shoulder blades onto the mat before you begin to hug that thigh in towards the chest on the exhale. Easing off on the in. So again, increasing the stretch with every exhale. Bring the thigh a little closer, stretching the inner groins, the outer hip, the lower back. Trying to avoid pulling with the upper body. Last exhale, come to your maximum stretch, then we'll take that left foot down onto the floor. The right ankle stays crossed over and we're twisting off to the left. Gazing over that right shoulder, playing with the hand position to suit yourself, allowing the back of the right upper arm, the back of the right shoulder blade to come to the floor. Breathing into any areas of gripping resistance and trying to allow them to relax. Bring it all the way back up. Keep the right ankle crossed over. Extend the sole of the left foot up to the ceiling. Either place the hands on the right shin or thread it through the gap. Take a hold of that straight leg. Relaxing the shoulder blades back onto the mat, circling 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and reverse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Extend into the heel. Take the hands behind the head. Draw the chin into the chest. Draw the navel back. Press that lower back down onto the floor. Get that lovely strong engagement. And keep extending into the heel as you start to slowly release that leg all the way down. Again, when you feel yourself rushing, pause, reconnect the core, then continue slowly and with control, taking it all the way down. Once it's come all the way down, just relaxing the upper body and the legs, taking a wee rest. Then we're going to bring that right thigh, we're going to squeeze it in towards the chest. Keep a hold of the leg in the left hand, taking the right arm out and bringing that leg all the way across. You're on the outer edge of that straight leg. You're gazing over that opposite shoulder, using that left hand to apply some weight. Again, if it's too strong a stretch in the hip, release the knee down a little bit and continue to bring it across. Elbow is soft, the upper arm is heavy. Relax the buttocks and the thighs. Ujjayi breath. Lovely, long, soft exhale. Bringing it all the way back up. And we're going to release, hugging the knees into the chest, circling yourself first in one direction, then the other, giving the back a massage. From here, we're going to start keeping the feet off the floor. Take the hands behind the head, draw the thighs parallel to the wall behind you, shins parallel to the ceiling. Taking the tummy button back, pressing that lower back down onto the floor. So you might find when you draw the navel back, press that back onto the floor, there's a slight tuck up with the pelvis as you engage the core muscles. Keeping the shins parallel to the ceiling, keeping that core engaged. Starting to inch one foot forwards, it comes about halfway down the opposite leg. And then bring it back to the starting position before you go to the other side. Taking that foot forwards and bringing it back to the start. So you might find when you bring a little movement into the position, you lose the connection of the core. So every time you come back to the start, you can reset and then begin to move again. So you can maybe do 5 of these. If you're feeling really energetic, really rearing to go, you can maybe do 7, up to you. Depends how many Joe Wicks workouts you've already done today. And once you've had enough, you just release. Hugging those knees in towards the chest, giving the back a massage. We'll come back to the starting position again. Hands behind the head, chin into the chest. Again, try not to grip with the neck. Thighs parallel to the wall behind you, shins parallel to the ceiling. Draw the navel back, press that lower back down on the floor, this time doing our diagonal. Right elbow is coming to the left knee, the knee can come in to meet the elbow, and if you want, you extend that opposite leg forwards, back to the start, extend the opposite leg forwards. If you don't want to extend the legs all the way forwards, it can just come a little bit away, up to you. So again, just responding to your own body, always being aware how it's feeling when you come to the mat. Doing as many as you want. When you've had enough, oh gosh, that's so good. Coming back, having a nice little massage. When I say it's good, I mean it's good when it stops. So we're going to come all the way up to sit. You can cross the ankles, holding onto the feet, rocking yourself up, or come up any way you want. If you have a block and you want to sit on, or for a cushion, you can come to sit on it. That just helps to bring the pelvis into a little bit of a more comfortable position. Sometimes you can ease off the hips slightly. So try not to grip with the knees, let the elbows be heavy, bringing the shoulders down. And we're going to begin to lift up out the sideways. So use the core to support you in your seated position and lengthening the spine. Space between the vertebrae in the spine, space across the collarbones, the shoulder blades, and allow the tip of the chin to lower slightly. So you're not dropping it completely, it's a slight dip. Then draw the tip of the chin in towards the throat, and you should feel a nice fullness in the back of the neck. Continuing to lengthen up the sides of the neck, feel as if the crown of the head is extending up towards the ceiling. Keeping that lovely lift. Trying to relax the shoulder blades down towards the waist. Allow the buttocks to be heavy. Feel how that takes the tension out the lower back. Working to relax the hips and the thighs. Keeping the core engaged and the spine long. On the exhale, tuck the chin into the chest. Let the head rest forwards. And you can just do a little rock from side to side if you're not gripping with the neck. Then we're going to do one full rotation, taking the ear to the shoulder. The head rolls back, take the ear to the opposite shoulder, then the chin comes to the chest. Pause here, have a little rock before you go back in the opposite direction. So really free and easy head rolls. Try not to control it, just allow the head to rotate on the axis. At the end of your next rotation, once you brought the chin into the chest, just allowing yourself to come all the way back up through centre. And as you exhale, we're coming down through the middle. The chest is coming down between the thighs. You're either having the hands on the knees or the soles of the feet, or you can extend the arms forward. You can do a little sway from side to side with the head and the upper body, allowing the elbows to be soft. Navel draws back on each exhale, giving you space to come down through the middle. One more breath. Come to your maximum stretch before you bring yourself all the way back up. And we're either going to swap across the legs, or if your hips need a rest, just take the legs forwards. We're going to do 3 breaths with the arm movements. So on the inhale, we're circling the arms all the way up and round. We'll let the head rest back, gazing up to the thumbs. Interlace the hands, take the elbows wide. And on the exhale, follow the hands with the gaze. Keep the spine long, let the head rest forwards. Take the hands all the way down. 2 more like that with your own breath. You're circling up and round, gathering on the inhale. Exhale, follow the breath to the very end. Tip of the tongue resting gently on the hard palate behind the front teeth. Lovely, long, soft exhales. At the end of the next exhale, keeping the hands interlaced, the palms facing down. We're going to start to extend the palms of the hands forwards. Bring the head back to centre. Continue to raise the arms all the way up, keeping the head in a centred position. The palms are facing up to the ceiling, and slide the shoulder blades down towards the waist. Upper arm is in line with the ear. We're going to rotate the tummy button and the rib cage to the right on the inhale. You exhale, bring it back to centre, and on your inhale, going to the left. So you can close your eyes, just feeling that rotation around the trunk of the body, moving with the breath. The end of your 3rd movement, just allowing the hands to relax back down onto the knees and the thighs, giving the shoulders a wee shiggle. Inhale, lift and lengthen, and on the exhale, come down through the middle. Chest is coming down between the thighs. Either have the hands on the knees or the soles of the feet, or extending them forwards. Elbows are soft, and just do a little sway from side to side. Chest coming down through the middle, navel's drawing back on the exhale. One more breath. Come into your maximum before you bring yourself all the way back up. And we're going to come straight into cat. So you can either tuck and roll, bringing yourself around, or you can push yourself around any way you want. When you come into your cat, just take a moment, extending back, get a bit of blood flowing, do a little sway. You can do a little head down dog if you want. And when you come into your cat position, you're going to come, taking my top off, stacking the shoulders directly above the wrists and the hips directly above the knees. The weight is down through the middle of the top of both feet. Spread the fingers and connect the hands. Now fill up between the shoulder blades. Bring the back of the neck in line with the spine. Take those shoulder blades down towards the base. Engaging the core muscles. Going straight into our cat-cow. When you're ready, we're going to draw the navel back, round the spine up to the ceiling, let the head go. And we're going to hold for a further 2 breaths. So inhale, breathing into the back of the body. And exhale, draw the navel back towards the spine. Try to avoid pulling with the shoulders. When you're ready, going in the opposite direction from the pelvis. Move through the spine. slide the shoulders down, let the chest move forward, spread the collarbones, the heart moves forwards, then the face can come forwards, hold for a further 2 breaths. Expose the buttock bones up towards the ceiling, a little more, and relax the rib cage and the belly towards the floor. With your own breath, you draw the navel back, you round the spine up to the ceiling, the head is completely relaxed. Hold for a further 2 breaths, just going a little deeper with the breath. Then when you feel ready, taking yourself in the opposite direction. Try not to collapse between the arms, so resist the mat away. Spread the nose collarbone. One more like this. Holding for 2 breaths. Then we're going to just do a few rounds. 1 breath, 1 movement. Trying to allow the movement to last the duration of the breath. At the end of the next movement, come back to your starting position. Filling up between the shoulder blades, the back of the neck. Engage the core muscles. We're tucking the toes under. We're taking the bottoms back towards the heels, extending the hands forwards, and doing a little sway from side to side, easing out the back. Spread the fingers, connect the hands, slide the shoulders down towards the waist, engage the core muscles. On the inhale, we're bringing ourselves forwards and we're placing the left foot to the outer edge of the left hand. So it doesn't come all the way, just lift in place. Come onto the fingertips of the left hand. Now, if that's not comfortable, this is where your block comes in again. You can have your hand resting on the block. We're taking the right hand, we're sliding it along that left arm. The elbow comes to the ceiling, we follow the hand with the gaze and we open, then we bring it back down. 2 more like that. Follow the hand with the gaze and open. You can start to rotate the trunk of the body, the rib cage, open. And bringing it back down. From here, the back toes are tucked under. We're going to start to take that back knee off the floor if you can. So you extend that heel away towards the wall behind you and you draw the thigh up in towards the body. So the leg is fully engaged. It's not soft, it is fully engaged. If this is too much for you, take that back knee down onto the floor. If you're wobbly, you can keep the gaze down towards that front foot. And we're going to raise that right arm. We're doing exactly the same twist again. Extend that right hand up. And we're bringing it back down. If your balance is okay, you can follow the hand with the gaze and you open. Just doing 3. And open. Bringing it back down. We're going to place the right foot flat so the toes are facing the long edge of the mat. As you straighten the left leg, rotate the foot to face forwards. Adjust your foot position so your feet are in alignment. The hands are under the shoulders, arms are straight, shoulders down, spread the collarbones. Pressing into the outer edges of the feet, we're going to do a few wee pulses. As you exhale, you bend the knees and you sink the hips. On the inhale, press into the outer edges of the feet and straighten the legs. 2 more. Sinking on your exhale when you straighten the legs. Balancing the weight between the front and the back of the foot. Press into the outer edges of the foot. Last one. And straightening those legs. From here, we're going to face the other side of the mat. So this time we're rotating the right foot to face the short edge of the mat. We place the hands either side. We come onto the toes of the back foot. Then we take that back knee to the floor. We're coming to the same twist we did on the other side. Knee is above the ankle. You're on the fingertips of the right hand, or you are on your block. Take the left hand, slide it along that right arm, elbow to the ceiling and open. Bringing it back down. With the breath, rotating the rib cage if you can. You're trying to get the left side of the rib cage pointing up to the ceiling. The right side of the rib cage pointing to the floor. Take the fingertips back onto the mat. The back toes are tucked under. Send that heel away, draw the thigh up. So you're not raising the hips. You're extending that back leg, it's fully engaged, or keep it onto the floor. It's up to you depending how you feel. If you're wobbly, gaze down to that front foot, slide the left hand along the right arm and extend. Bringing it back down. Keep that back leg fully engaged. Don't let the knee soften. Thighs drawing up in towards the body. The heel is sent away. Take the hands back onto the mat. Place that left foot flat as you straighten the right leg. Rotate the toes to face the long edge of the mat. Adjust your position as you need. Hands are under the shoulders. Shoulders are down. Spread the collarbones. Engage the core muscles. Exhale, sink. Inhale, press into the outer edges of the feet and straight. So working into the hips. You're working into the ankles, the outer edges of the feet. Balancing the weight. And straight. From here, back to the first side. So rotate the left foot to face the front edge of the mat. Place the hands either side, tuck the back toes under, stepping back into head down dog. Pedal the legs, sway the hips, extending those heels to the floor. Just having a little pedal with the legs. Spread the fingers, connect the hands, engage the core, and let's bring ourselves forwards into plank. Stack the shoulders above the wrists. Exhale, back into head down dog. 2 more like that. Use the core. If you need to take the knees to the floor, then you take the knees to the floor, coming into modified plank. Up to you. And pedal the legs. We're coming into Uttanasana. So you can either walk the feet to the hands to the feet, or do a combination of both. Up to you. Get the knees be soft and hang in your Uttanasana. Let the chest rest along the thighs. Let the knees be soft. As you exhale, take a deeper bend in the knees. Let the chest rest along the thighs a little more. Try to keep that contact. We're going to straighten the legs and trying to take the head in towards the shins. 2 more. Sinking on your exhale. It's always good to have an end goal. Head to the shins is our end goal. When you straighten the legs, balancing the weight between the front of the foot and the back of the foot. Let that head be heavy. Use the weight of the head as a tool to lengthen the spine. Then we'll soften the knees. We're going to roll up through the spine. So keep the knees soft. That takes the pressure off the lower back as you start to roll all the way up. The hands are heavy. Keeping the shoulders down. When you come up, circling up and round. Oopsie-daisy. Palm to palm. Bring the hands down through heart center. And taking them down by the sides. So we're going to come to face, these leggings keep falling down. We're going to come to face the long edge of the mat. So we're going to do, it's kind of like a mash-up between a moon salutation with a Jody twist put on it. Follow my lead. And remember, my scoliosis, my side bends are really not great. So your side bends and back bends are hopefully better than mine. So don't copy my actions, copy my words. Starting with the feet, maybe about hip distance-ish apart. Circle the arms all the way up and round. We're going to start palm to palm. We're side bending to the right. So palm to palm, side bending round. Bringing it all the way back up. And side bending left. Coming back up. We're going to take the palms to face forwards. We start to slide the elbows down to shoulder height. Take the shoulder blades down towards the waist. Zigzag the feet a little wider and sinking into your horse. So your knees are tracking over the feet and you're pressing into the outer edges of the feet. From here, we're going to straighten the legs. We're taking the hands out to shoulder height with the palms facing down. Rotate the right foot to face the short edge of the mat. That left heel swivels out. So swivel that back heel out. We're coming into Trikonasana. So extend forwards with that right hand. And we're going to place the hand either above or below the knee, never on a joint. And we're going to take the back of the left hand onto the lower back, roll the top shoulder back and round. So we're starting to open the chest to the front of the room. The thighs are rotating outwards away from each other, press into the outer edges of the feet. Make sure you're not pressing that front knee back, so you can let that knee soften slightly if you want. And you can stop here. Or if you want to, extend that top arm up towards the ceiling And you can start to slide that bottom hand down towards the ankle. Try not to let that rotation, try not to lose that rotation, sorry. From here, we bend the front knee, we take the elbow to the thigh, the hand to the belly, we sweep that top arm up and round, and we come into extended side angle pose modification. You can have the hand to the back of the head, or look for your diagonal from that back ankle through to the middle finger, gazing under the upper arm or the top elbow again, focusing on your lovely rotation around the waist. Take the hand either side of that front foot, come onto the toes of the back foot. We're starting taking the knee to the floor. Place the hand to that front thigh and we're lifting the body. We want the shoulders to be above the hips. Relax the shoulders down, taking the arms down and sweep them all the way up. Relax the shoulder blades again. If you're comfortable, let the head rest back and gazing up between the hands. You can sink the hips for a stronger stretch. Lengthen forwards over that front thigh. We're taking that back knee off the floor. Place the left foot flat as you straighten the right leg. Rotate the toes to face the front of the mat, the long edge of the mat. Come to have the hands under the shoulders. So the hands are in the centre. We're coming back into our open twist. Raise the right hand along the left arm. Take the elbow up to the ceiling and open. Exhale, bringing it down to the other side. Slide the left hand and open, bringing it down. 3 to each side with the breath. If you can, follow the hand with the gaze. You're trying to open a little wider every time you come into the twist. Being aware how your body is responding, how your breath is responding. Once you've done your 3, we're just going to bend the knees and we're going to draw the heels in so the toes are turned back out. We're coming back into horse. So take the hands to the hips. Slowly begin to raise the upper body. Then take the hands back, elbows shoulder height, palms facing forwards. Straighten the legs, palm to palm, hands overhead. Zigzag the feet back to hip distance. Exhale, side bend right. Bringing it all the way up. Side bend left, bringing it all the way up. Take the hands down, heart center, to the other side. Reaching the hands up, palm to palm. This time we side bend to the left. Then we come up and we side bend to the right. Back to the start, taking the palms facing forward. Slide the elbows to shoulder height. Zigzag the feet wider. Slide the shoulder blades down towards the waist and take those knees wide over the feet. Lovely. Squat into horse. Straighten the legs. Take the arms out to shoulder height with the palms facing down. We rotate the left foot this time to face the short edge of the mat. That back heel swivels out. Extend the left hand forwards, placing it either above or below the knee. Start with the back of the right hand and lower back. Roll the top shoulder. If you want, bend that front knee. Left side of the rib cage, if you can, in line with the left thigh. Thighs are rotating outwards away from each other. If you want to, you extend that top arm up and you slide that bottom hand down. So your focus point can be to the front foot, towards the front, or if it's okay for you, all the way up to that top arm. Bend the front knee, elbow to thigh, hand to belly. You can sweep that arm all the way up and round. Gaze under the upper arm, press into the outer edge of that back foot, extended side angle pose. Coming to a lunge, place the hands either side of that front foot, toes to the back foot, knee to the floor. Place the hand to the front thigh and lift the body. Relax the shoulders, sink the hips, take the hands down. Inhale, sweep the arms up, gazing up between the hands if you can. And lift the heart, let the hips sink a little more, coming into a deeper stretch, more of a back bend. And extend forwards over that front thigh. Place the hands back down to the mat. Take the back knee off the floor, send the heel away. Place that right foot flat as you straighten the left leg. Rotate the toes to face the long edge of the mat. Hands in the centre, under the shoulders, under the chest. Raise the left hand along the right arm, elbow up to ceiling, and open, bringing it back down. To the other side with the breath. You open on the inhale and you come back down on the exhale. 2 more each side with your own breath. trying to keep the breath nice and stable. Allowing yourself to open a little more. Then place the hands back onto the floor. Draw the heels in so the toes turn out, bending the knees. Take the hands to the hips. Engage the core muscles, protecting the lower back as you start to raise the upper body. Taking the elbows back to shoulder height. Slide the shoulder blades down. The palms are facing forward. Sink into your horse. Bringing it all the way back up, palm to palm. Zigzag the feet back to hip distance. This time we exhale left. Coming up. Exhale right. Bring the hands to heart center. Going to do that one more time, giving you options of coming into a slightly stronger movement. So when you're ready, circling all the way up, taking the palm to palm. Exhale right. So let that left hip come out slightly as you side bend to the right. Bringing it all the way back up. Same to the other side. The right hip can come out slightly. You're opening the right side of the waist. Take the palms facing forward. Slide the elbows to shoulder height. Shoulder blades down the waist. And sink into your horse. From here, straighten the legs. Taking the hands out. Palms facing down. So watch the shoulders aren't up. Relax the shoulders down. Right foot facing the short edge of the mat. Swivel that back heel out. Prepare for Trikonasana, so extend that right hand forward. And again, take whatever modification you want. Remember, you can have that top hand onto the lower back. Inner thighs rotating outwards, press into the outer edges of the feet. And sliding that hand down towards the ankle. Keep the right side of the ribcage in line with the thigh. Bend that front knee, elbow to thigh, hand to belly. Take that top arm up and over, or have the hand on the back of the head. If you want to go a little further here, you can take that right foot hand to the floor. Continue to stretch into the outer edge of that back foot. Continue to gaze under the upper arm. Coming into our lunge. So the hands either side of that front foot. Come onto the toes of the back foot. So again here, if you want, have the knee off the floor or on. It's up to you. If you're having the knee off the floor, make sure that leg is fully engaged. Place the hand to the front thigh. Press that hand into that front thigh to help lift the upper body. So remember, my back bends are not very good. In this position, you're looking to have the shoulders stacked above the hips. So really trying to straighten those arms in this position. You can stop here, or you can take the hands down and you can sweep them all the way up. If you're comfortable, you can take the gaze up between the hands. You can lift the heart, the chest, extend forwards over that front thigh. Place that left foot flat onto the floor, and as you straighten that right leg, rotate the toes to the long edge of the mat. Hands on the floor, under the chest. Right hand slides along that left arm, elbow up and open. Bringing it back down. In your own time. 3 in each direction. Slowing the breath. Allowing the tip of the tongue to rest on the hard palate behind the front teeth. Then once you've completed, draw the heels in, turning the toes out. Sink the hips, take the hands to the hips, draw the navel back, protecting the lower back. Raise the upper body. Elbows to shoulder height, slide the shoulder blades down with the palms facing forward. Sink into your horse. Bringing it all the way back up, palm to palm. Zigzag the feet a little closer. Side bend to the right, let that left hip come out. Open the left side of the waist. Bringing it back up and to the other. Bring it back up, hands to heart center, to the other side, circling all the way up and round. Exhale to the left, bringing it up, side bending to the right, and back up, palm palms facing forwards, elbows to shoulder height, zigzag the feet, sink into your horse. Send those knees over the feet. Straighten the legs, straighten the arms, relax the shoulders. Left foot faces the front of the mat. Swivel that back heel out, Trikonasana, triangle pose. Let those inner thighs rotate outwards, trying to keep the left side of the rib cage in line with that left thigh, the right side of the rib cage pointing up to the ceiling, pressing into the outer edges of the feet. Bend the front knee, elbow to thigh, hand to belly, take that top arm up and over and extend. Press into the outer edge of that back foot. If you want to, you're taking that left hand to the floor, being where the difference is, woof, not working for me, on both sides of the body, keeping that lovely rotation. Then coming into your lunge, hands either side of that front foot, either having that back knee on the floor, or if it's off the floor, extend the heel away and draw the thigh up. Place the hand onto that front thigh. You can use a little bit of resistance to lift the upper body. Coming into your back bend. Shoulders above the hips, sink the hips down. Stop here if this is enough for you. Take the hands down and raise them all the way up. Sink the hips, lift the heart, spread the collarbones if you're comfortable. The head gazes up between the hands. And extending forwards. Place that right foot flat, and as you straighten the left leg, toes face the long edge of the mat. Walk the hands under the chest, shoulders down. Engaging the core. Slide the left hand along the right arm and taking it up into your lovely open twist. Bringing it back down. And to the other side. Inhale to open. And with the breath. Ujjayi breath. 3 in each direction. Bringing it back down. Bring the heels in, bend the knees, sink the hips, hands to the hips, and rolling all the way up. Elbows come to shoulder height, palms facing forwards and sink. Straighten the legs, bring the palms together overhead, zigzag the feet a little closer, and we exhale, side bending to the left. That right hip can come out slightly. Bring it back up, exhale to the right. Bring it all the way back up. Bring the hands to heart center and bring them down by the sides. We're going to come to face the front of the mat. On the inhale, we circle all the way up and round. Follow the thumbs with the gaze and we're rolling into Uttanasana, forward fold. Let the knees be soft. Let the chest rest along the thighs and then relax the head. So do a little sway from side to side. Relaxing in your Uttanasana. Let's straighten the legs, walk the hands forward so the hands are under the chest. We're going to walk the hands around to the right. And as you exhale, you're just going to let the chest come in towards the thighs and let that head be really heavy, round to the right. Lengthen on the inhale, walking all the way round to the left. Exhale, relaxing all the way down into a lovely stretch. Inhale, length. Bring it back to center. Exhale, folding into your Uttanasana. Walk the hands back towards the feet. Let the head be heavy, the spine is long, and try to press the palm of the hand down onto the floor without pulling with the shoulders. You can have soft knees here if you want. The head is heavy. We're going to straighten the legs. We're going to place the hands, we're going to walk the hands forward. Try to place the hands flat on the floor, stepping straight back into head down dog. Pedal the legs, sway the hips. And just because you know I love it, we're going to come forwards into plank, stack the shoulders above the wrist and all the way to the floor. So you can keep rolling over the toes if you want. Come into lie flat. Be on the tops of the feet, press into the hands, lift into head up dog. So remember, my back bends are rubbish, your hips should all be hovering. Tuck the toes, reaching up and back, head down dog, pedal and sway. And coming into child's pose. Take the knees to the floor, knees apart, toes together, bottoms back towards the heels, and rest the head on the back of the hands or onto the mat and wrap the hands around the sides of the body. Inhale, breathing into the back of the body. Exhale, just allow those buttocks and hips to relax down towards the heels. Allowing the breath to slow. And we're going to slowly roll all the way back up to sit. And we're going to wheek the legs around the front. Sorry, my mat's gone in towards the fireplace. So we're just going to come down to finish the class with a nice relaxed twist. And then you can take as long as you want into a nice relaxed Shavasana. So when you're ready, you can bring yourself down onto your forearms. And you can take the elbows out to the side. If you want to have your block under your head once again, you can take a block under the head, making sure the neck is long, relax the shoulder blades, and just do whatever twist you feels right for you. So you can just kind of windscreen wiper the legs from side to side. Or for those of you who know you like to do a wee happy baby, you take your hands to the inner edges of the legs with the soles of the feet facing up to the ceiling, draw the knees down towards the armpits. And you can do a little rock from side to side here. So it's quite nice just responding to your own body's needs for the last twist. And then when you're ready, bring yourself into a comfortable position and just enjoy a few minutes of Shavasana. Relaxing the facial muscles, the line of the jaw, having space between the back teeth, allowing the shoulder blades and the upper arms to relax, side waist and the lower back, buttocks and thighs, calves, the feet and the toes. The tip of the tongue resting gently on the hard palate behind the front teeth. We're just beginning to become aware of your breath, the coolness of the air as it enters the nostrils, the warmth of the air as it leaves, and the gentle rise and fall of the belly with the breath. Staying here as long as you want. Namaste. Stay safe, and I'll see you all really soon.